of
Yes.
the biggest frustrations for a lot of people in India, Indians especially, and students obviously being the main group.
Visas.
Is visas.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
what is that? Why there's a lot of talk among politicians here? That we're doing this and we're doing that. What is that one thing you are actually doing which makes life much easier for students?
Well, the first thing we've done, and it's not for students, but this is for business people, is the one-day visa. And the idea is that if you need a visa, we will really sort you out as fast as we can. The second thing that we're doing, and this is really to try to help students, is trying to make sure that a lot of the bogus colleges that were causing problems with the visa system are really clamped down on, so that we can be much, much more positive about getting students the visas they need as fast as possible. London has more top-ranked universities than any other city in the world. We have, I think, 4 of the world's top 100 universities. If you include Oxford and Cambridge, which are only 50 or 60 minutes from London, you've got 6 of the world's top 100 universities, very, very close to our city. So we want to see more Indian students. So they've historically been a massive, an important presence in London. They're great for the London higher education economy, and I think it's good for Indian students as well. So I've continually weighed in with our government, because unfortunately I'm the mayor, I don't control the visa policy, but I've made the point very, very clearly to government, and I was able to say this quite a lot during the recent trip I did to India, that we must support the right of bright Indian students to come to our city.
How then would you respond to the fact that 40%, that's the percentage of number of students coming to this country over just 1 year, that's the decline?
Yeah, it's very worrying, and I think there's a great opportunity for Indian students to come. Obviously, there's lots of appetite and interest in Indian students. I think what happened was a kind of word of mouth thing. It got around that suddenly London, UK had become difficult and it was a pain in the neck and so on. And I think that was a problem. So it was a reputational thing, and I hope we can address that, and we really want to see Indian students, and we will do our best to support.
London, what is that one thing you think that London can learn from Mumbai?
We've got to, as I was going, I didn't want to become a bore in there about aviation, but we've got to learn from what India is doing with aviation capacity. I went to Hyderabad, where you've got this aerotropolis being created, a huge new commercial district that's being made possible by the construction of new runway space. We could do that to the east of London. We could massively expand our aviation capacity. We could have flights to any number of cities in India. We could build up our relations that way. At the moment, you cannot get those flights into Heathrow just because there isn't the space. And the trouble with the airlines flying out of Heathrow is they cannot experiment with new slots, with new flights to Indian cities that are in the process of developing and are growing the whole time and that represent huge potential markets for us, just because there isn't the space. Heathrow is already running at 99%, 98.5% capacity. What we need is a 4-runway hub airport in the 24 hours a day to the east of London. That's what I'm advocating, and I'm going to keep fighting for it.
Okay,
Thank you. Yeah, she was called Kajol. Kajol. Had you got a very good memory?
Indian cinema this year.
That's right. Yesterday
and
or something.
why
Yes.
isn't the mayor of London doing something? Come on, it all began in the UK. Don't let them kid you otherwise.
We are proud. We are proud of. I tell you what I did. We are absolutely delighted that London is, I think, the biggest centre for Bollywood productions outside India.
Yeah.
And is that right?
Yeah.
I think that's right. And I'm going to forget the name of the production, but there's some big new film that is being made this year in London.
Okay.
I can't remember what it is.
Are you gonna
There
have
is.
a- Yes. Are
And
you going
I'm-
to have a role in it?
I have not.
Are
So
you going to be a villain?
if you
Because
lobby, why don't
English
you?
people
Well, I'd
always
be
play
very
villains.
pleased to play almost any role. But if
Okay,
you've
I'll
got,
lobby on your
can you
behalf.
lobby on my behalf? Because they haven't. Curiously, my invitation has got lost.
Okay.
Thank you.